Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Creatine, and for today's story time, I'm going to be telling you about buying pre rolls. And so, this actually just took place yesterday, like a few hours after I posted the video. So, for some background information and context, my friend Isaiah was at Vegas for a couple days on vacation, and he just got back Wednesday night. And we wanted to hang out with each other, so I asked him if he wanted to come over. He said, yeah, he could either come over the day he got back or yesterday on Thursday. And so he texted me, he's like, okay, I'm about to come over. My mom's dropping me off. And so I'm like, okay, bet. I start getting ready. I pick up my room a little bit because I'm not going to lie, my room was messy. And he gets here. We're talking about like what we want to do. And the thing with Isaiah compared to like me and my other friends is to where me and my friends don't have our license, so we're stuck to like confined to the town that we're at when we don't have anyone else that can drive. And Isaiah has his license. He's really fucking good at driving. And he's probably one of the only people I'm genuinely like chill with sitting in a car with for a long period of time. So we talk. We're both down to go on a drive. My mom says we can use the car as long as we put gas in the tank. So we hop out in the car, we drive down to the gas station. Isaiah's got the marijuana leaf printed up on every single piece of clothing that he is wearing, and I'm just sitting there in a nice little t-shirt, hat, and sweatpants on with my little wrist wrap looking like a crack addict. But we go into this gas station, we get some drinks, and then we go to fill up the tank. I'm sitting there looking at how to put gas in the car because I'm going to get my license hopefully tomorrow. And we got to get back in the car, just go driving. We don't really know entirely what we're going to do yet. So we're talking about it, and he goes, "Oh, wait, I should probably put this back on." And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" He goes, "Yeah, I was about to drive away with the gas cap still in my hand." I'm like, "What? How do you forget to put the gas cap back on when you literally closed, like, the fucking little gas store to the, I don't even know what the hell it's called." But so we get back in the car after he puts the gas cap back on. We pull out, we start driving, and we're driving out to like the little countryside area, and we're just driving around a little mountain range. We're talking. It's a dope ass car ride. I love going on car rides with chill people. I don't really have many friends that I can like go out and drive with that are chill, but when I do have friends that I can, like Isaiah, it's always a good time. And we're driving out in the area, and I don't know what the fuck was up with like the mountain range out here and with the lighting, but somebody like turned on fucking Optifine, and the lighting was just, it was majestic. It was so beautiful. There was fucking fey traps everywhere, and if you don't know what fey traps are, I'll like throw a definition and image up on screen, but basically it's like something that has a good aura that is meant to lure you in, that is said is like put there by fairies from another dimension, and it's just something that looks very not real. And so there's just a lot of these fey traps around, and he starts telling me that how these like mountains are probably haunted, and I'm still sitting there high as shit. And then we're just sitting there talking, we're like, okay, we both want to smoke. And so we're hitting people up, we're seeing where we can buy weed from. And then I get a little idea in my brain, the little light bulb in my head goes off. There's a smoke shop right down the street, and I just so happen to have a 21-year-old brother who can buy weed. And so I'm talking to him. He's like, hell yeah, let's do it. Hit up your brother. I hit up my brother. I'm like, yo, we have mom's car. We come pick you up. Can you take us? Well, can we take you to the smoke shop and you get edibles, which was originally what we were going to go with. And he's like, yeah, just give me a couple minutes. I don't really feel good. And we're still like a good 20 minutes away from the house. So we're driving and we're talking a little more. We're discussing. We're like, do we want like edibles? Do we want flour? And then Isaiah's like, why don't we get pre-rolls? And I'm like, fucking bet. I don't personally care what I'm smoking out of or like how I'm consuming my weed, because honestly it's all kind of the same. Some shit just hurts differently than others. when you consume it. And so we get to my little trailer abode, and fucking my older brother comes outside. He hops in the car, in the back seat, and he's like, okay, so what the fuck am I getting? And then we're pulling out, we're driving away, and we're looking at him, we're like, okay, so we're gonna give you all this money, and you're gonna ask them what the highest percentage of THC fucking pre-roll they have is, and then you just bring us back out the change. He's like, what if I just want to pocket the change? And we're both just like, please just don't do that. And so he gets out, he goes into the smoke shop after we get there, and Isaiah looks at me, he goes, he's not gonna actually like pocket the change, is he? I'm like, yeah, I don't think he would do that. I hope not, at least. And my older brother walks out, and he did not pocket the change, thankfully. He told us that he did think about it, and he hands us this like little packet, and it has 2 pre-rolls in it. And you want to know how much this shit costed? $15 fucking dollars for 2 pre-rolls. And the fucking image I'm gonna throw up on screen, and then in the thumbnail of the pre-rolls, is the package that we got. And we were just in complete and utter shock that we got 2 whole pre-rolls for just $15, especially with the amount these pre-rolls ended up getting us fucked up later on in the story. And so we drive my brother back to the trailer, drop him off, and then we start driving. We're talking about, like, okay, where do we want to go at? Where do we want to go smoke at? And Isaiah's telling me about, like, this nice secluded, like, area over in a different, like, mountain area out near in a different direction. And so we're driving out that way. We're talking. I opened up the little baggie that had the pre-rolls in it, and they're, like, in these little tubey containers, and you can still smell the weed in the pre-rolls through the containers. And I'm like, yo, Isaiah, smell this. He smells it. He's like, holy fuck. And so we're talking, just shooting the shit. We're driving 20 minutes out to this secluded area. We're sitting there, we're legit just, like, pulled up on the side of this little, like, gravelly road by Isaiah's dad's house. And I get my hair up, because my hair is starting to get to a point where if I light Jay's, my hair might catch on fire because of how long it's getting. And so I have my hair up and, like, tied back in a little man ponytail. And I got, like, Isaiah lights up the first pre-roll, and he's hitting it. He passes it to me, I'm hitting it. We get the windows rolled down, and we're sitting there, we're just talking, and we're just passing it back and forth, and we're sitting here, we're realizing this is like a nice little mellow high we're getting on right now, and it's feeling fucking great. And I'm like, okay, but, like, we still have to drive back to my house. We should probably chill out a little, take maybe a few more hits, put it out, and then go back to the house. And Isaiah's like, yeah, because what if this is a fucking creeper and then we're fucked the rest of the way home? So we both take, like, 1 or 2 more hits each. He puts it out, we put it back in the container, and we start driving back to the house. And we're both just completely fucking obliterated on this drive back to the house. It was extremely mellow high. It was very nice. We get home safe, go back into my house. We contact Isaiah's mom to see if he can spend the night over at my house. She says yes. So we eventually end up having to just walk to and from, like, Isaiah's house. And we're high as fuck on the walk. It's amazing. We had the pre-rolls on us. We were actually going to go smoke in a cornfield, but there was a lot of bugs in there, and we just weren't trying to get eaten alive for, like, 5 minutes of smoking. And so we are in my house. It's getting to be later. I threw some chicken in the air fryer for us to enjoy, and chicken's done after, like, 15 minutes. We're sitting in my room, turn on the Xbox, load up some fucking Hackett's Quarry, and we just light up these pre-rolls, pass them around to each other. We're playing couch co-op mode. It's all fucking great. Eating chicken, smoking. It's awesome. We get through, like, we only smoked, like, half the pre-roll when we were out in the mountains, and we finished the other half of the first pre-roll, like, towards the beginning of when we started playing Hackett's Quarry, and we didn't really start the second one yet. and we were just passing the pen around, eating. We had like cheese puffs. It was all great. And we're both obliterated after this first fucking, like, we're so messed up after this first pre-roll. And me and Isaiah aren't exactly like lightweight people when it comes to smoking. And the fact that we were both like, we had never like seen each other to this point before. We had seen each other like fucked up, but not like this fucked up. And so we decide we're gonna light up the second pre-roll. We light that up, and oh my god, both the pre-rolls mixed with the Benjamin, the high was so immaculate. We were so set for the rest of the night. We eventually stopped playing Hackett's Quarry because it's getting to a point where it's like we cannot continue playing this game. And we just boot up YouTube. We start playing some horror stories, because horror stories at nighttime are the fucking shit. I don't care what anyone says, especially when you're high. And that was the best sleep I've ever gotten. Isaiah says that he woke up at like 3 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep till 5. But he was slumped the entirety of this fucking morning. Like, I managed to get a shower and, like, go to the bathroom. And Isaiah was still asleep by the time I got back. And I legit thought I had, like, fallen asleep in the shower. But anyway, this night and day basically just ended with both of us being extremely fucked up, and we're probably gonna hang out again later, and probably repeat the night again and go buy more pre-rolls. But anyway, I think today's story time was a little bit on the more of the funny side, and if you guys like today's story time, just drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. And we're getting closer to the release date of Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, I believe, and I'm going to be playing that either on Twitch or on YouTube Live, just one of the two. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.